Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to see if I can pick myself up on my phone to see if I'm a 5x5. So, we are back here for another week. That's all right, Jason. Just glad you're here. So, turn myself off over here. I don't want to then watch myself sideways. It's Monday. And by the title of my show, I think I get to stay home until Friday. As it stands, no appointments, no nothing. So I get to just enjoy puttering around the house. As you can see, she had her little canopy up over her comfy cozy. Thank you, Sandy. She had her little canopy over her comfy cozy so she could sleep. She likes being enclosed in things and tents and whatnot. When she was younger, I would make, I call them table forts. When we were kids, we would, put all the blankets on top of a table and uh, love you too. Put, what was it? We even had extensions. We had, I used the round table, our dining room table as a kid, and then we'd work it so it would work out two different sides. And we'd have like little extra rooms, we'd play in the dining room. Oh my God, I remember my blow up Barbie furniture. Man, I remember having those things. But I made her a little fort one time and she had fun. She just thought it was a blast. A few years back, I made one for the daycare kids in the living room. And they basically turned it into a little maze because I have 2 card tables and then they have chairs and stuff they use. So they turned it into a little maze. They had an absolute blast. We need more of that with our kids today out having fun. So, and as you can see, it's gone. I mailed it off Sunday. Hey, Crafty, how are you? I actually have on my list, Crafty, when I go shopping Friday to get some yarn and a crochet hook. I don't want to use what's in the kit and screw that up for a project that it's supposed to be. So, give it a try again. But yeah, I took it off Saturday because it was basically waterlogged. So it's on its way. We shall find out. It sits there. It cracked me up because if it doesn't get a signal, and she told me this, it blinks orange. There's like a little orange light. Well, being my generation and a sci-fi nut, I saw something blinking orange, and my first thought was Logan's Run. When their hands started blinking orange, once they turned 30, it was, what is it they did? Is it Rebirth or Regenerate? And they all flew to the ceiling and they were eventually zapped and killed up there. But they were given the illusion that they were going to start over again in their palm clocks, Yeah, that's what I thought of. And so I'm like going, yep, we're slowly turning into that. Prayer, and we do need to send prayers out for the people who are suffering right now, thanks to Hurricane Helene. There's some Verizon outages. There's a lot of telephone outages right now. I think Verizon kept getting the SOS. And if it's anything like it was here, if their cell phone towers, of course, ours is old and decrepit. It's an old AT&T tower. Within my house, I get like 1 or 2 bars, but I also have lead paint on my walls. Um, there's about a 24-hour battery life for that tower. We had power outage for 3 days up here. S I think it was 3, maybe more, because a transformer or whatever it is on the ground, not the stuff that's on your poles, but whatever that big, huge box is on the ground caught on fire. So, I don't know if I can't remember if it was, on purpose or what, but yeah, it caught fire. So, up here, we didn't have any power, so neither did the cell phone tower, so after about the first 24 hours, we had to drive about 2 miles to catch the next cell phone tower to either make a call or text to say, "I need this, I'm okay," yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, if anyone down there, if they're like her, um, they'll probably last about 24 hours. They're lucky 48. Yeah. That's why, I am a big person on being prepared. Yeah, and be prepared, not scared. Always have extra water, whether you drink it or not right away. Rotate your stock, but we always have water. I've finally stopped keeping water in um, the gallon apple jugs. I used to have whole bunch of them in the garage full of water with just a skosh of bleach so they won't go bad. I decided they're a pain in the butt because they're heavy, so I emptied them all out and stored them in a big Rubbermaid container, so when I do have to have grab water, I still need to get one of those things for the bathtubs. Those 2 big, huge bags that fit into a bathtub that you fill from the bathtub when you're gonna be without water. Canned foods, they may say best when used by date on it. That's when it's at its peak freshness and its peak flavor. Doesn't mean it's gone bad as long as it's not bulging or dented. So we learned as a kid if they were dented and that the can's been compromised and you don't want to risk it. But when you're out there hungry and you got nothing else, even if it's not at its peak of flavor, you can still eat it. So, mhm. uh, I looked at, oh yeah, yeah. Because nowadays when I was a kid, the stuff they lined I don't think they even line can. Now they line them with plastic. So, mhm. so I encourage people to can their foods. I have to gotta get out the big old, it's huge pressure canner and see if I can get that to work. I'm afraid I'm just gonna blow it up. I mean, I shouldn't be because I use a stovetop pressure cooker. Well, I did. Now it's in storage. But I have I got an instant pot at a yard sale for $15, and I absolutely love it. I don't think she ever used it. Maybe once. Zzz, zzz. Oh boy, Killstar, Lost Boys. Sink your teeth in the newest drop. I know what Killstar is going to be having. Um, but if you can, if you can. Yeah, do as much as you can. I've thought about getting an electric one, but I've got one of those. I got that huge burner that sits about, yay high off the floor that you can uh, do turkey, brew beer in, whatever. And I think I'll try that outside. The top blows, it blows straight to the sky. There's nothing. It shouldn't, because I grew up. We canned tomato. We always had to pressure can tomatoes. So yeah, I mean, if my doctor was canning hamburger, that was my cue to get your ass moving and get started. So, yeah, but always rotate your stock. I kind of like oh. what was that movie with what's his name? Um, Brandon Fraser, when they lived in a fallout shelter for what was it, 20 years? Um, where the mom would just kind of go through the little aisles they had down there and do her shopping right there. Kind of what I think about when I'm like, I'm in the middle of cooking dinner going, oh, I'm out of this. I can just go into my pantry and shop right over here and bring this and make dinner. Except for the only thing I can't ever seem to keep on hand. Well, I can keep it on hand. I just don't use it fast enough. Is cottage cheese. The last couple of times I bought lasagna from Costco because they have a, yeah, I grew up using that old Presto canner, that thing that's about this big around. Yeah, I still got the one I grew up with using. Yeah, blast from the past. I thought that was the neatest thing to just be able to go and really never have to leave your little area, and it's all right here for you. But for me, cottage cheese, I went bought uh Costco. Well, it's not the Costco brand. Costco carries it. So I had a shitty night last night for sleep. It was God, it was ugly. Um, I like cottage cheese with my lasagna. I learned that about 27 years ago, that it is the best thing since sliced bread to go with your lasagna. It's like poor man's ricotta cheese. Well, we'd had one, didn't have any cottage cheese. Next trip, bought cottage cheese. There it sat. Didn't use it. I had bought one from Costco about a week and a half ago. I thought, I have cottage cheese. I'll use this. It sat in the fridge for a week and a half, and I went to open the cottage cheese, and it was growing friends. Ah, and it was, yeah, I was just like, damn it. My brain's like, can I just scoop it? No, let's not try that. I don't want to be throwing up cottage cheese. I've done that before with the having a food problem. Mm-mm. It is the most bitter, disgusting thing you have ever thrown up. You may think it's soft. It's okay. You can throw. No. If you can avoid it, it's worse than milk. Mm. Shit, I'll show you guys. What I said last night was basically a night from hell. I'll have to go. My screenshot didn't do it justice. It was too small. Just give me my actual. Swipe down. Do the dimness. Ah! Go sideways. No. That was my heart yesterday, starting before noon. It was normal till about 6 or 7 in the morning. And then I think the lowest number is in the 30s. Good God, my screen's filthy. I probably won't even show it now that I turned it around. Yeah, it won't show. But it won't show it because it shut itself off. But yeah, that's why my night was completely miserable. It was bad. No. I still, yeah. So this thing's gonna kill me before these do. Um, and so next Friday, I'm expecting a call from my insurance company because hopefully I put a fire under their butt and the cardiologist's butt to get me in there for that echo, basically echo ultrasound, echocardiogram, whatever they want to call it. But yeah, um, I'd like to get that done as soon as I can. That's with medication, my heart medication. So I'm going to try to convince them, just give me the ablation, just weave it through my carotid, electrocute that little area, zap that area, and be done, and I won't ever have to deal with it again. So I don't want any more medication. But we did go, attempted to go look for a geocache. My dumbass. I downloaded for offline geocaching some new places to go that we hadn't done yet. Did I download the location to to our geocache that we haven't been to in like 4 years? No. It was thanks, Regina. It was a wild stab at where we put it. We didn't find it because we were off by about 500 yards. We were close. We just went around the corner too far than we should have. And yeah, I got home and went, well, shit. We were close, just not close enough. So we're going to have to try that again. Maybe this weekend. It was a drafty ride up. We're talking about, trading off everything and just getting a nice pickup and a four-wheel drive. And so rolled up baby's window, got her all nice tucked in. Hubby went to roll up his window, and he gets about this far up in the expedition, and then there's wham. I'm like, oh fuck. So we didn't have a window. But he didn't have it was 60, 70 degrees most of the ride, but no window. It was down in the doorway. We got up there and got out the old Leatherman, got a hold of it just right there. We're able to duct tape it in place. Oh my God. It's horrifying. Yeah, my husband's got those. That's what they said. He'd have that pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Every time his has a problem, it's his potassium tends to be low. So I just every now and then he does pomegranate juice, acai juice, or however you pronounce that berry. I don't know. Yeah, potatoes, stuff like that. But every now and then I'll just slip him one of my potassium pills. He doesn't know it, but it's just like I'll just stir it in with whatever, and yeah, he has no idea because they break down in water really, really easy. Oh wow. They got, yeah, I can't. AC? Is that out? You trying to set the phonetic way on top? But yeah, the way you have it spelled at the bottom, that thing. He has that juice. Yeah, they've got me on Metropol, and I've tweaked it myself, so I'm on morning and night time release. And then whenever I need one that's not time released, I take it. Today, fine, not a problem. I'm not getting any solar storm notifications, so I'm fine. It's a nice day. I got shit done. I got her bed put back together, folded back up to put away. I just got to fold her blankets. I got to take on her canopy still. I might have to get out on the stool for that one. Got vacuumed. Put on my Dragon Lady nails. Got some shit done this morning. I even vacuumed my kitchen because I was too lazy to sweep. I'm like, oh, since I got you out, we're just going to vacuum the kitchen. It's not that I have a big kitchen anyway, but. And then I brought out a dinosaur from upstairs. Hubby wants to try to see if he can update his Garmin Vista and see if he can do something with it. If he can, it's so old, it's in black and white. And the updating software doesn't go to a Mac. Doesn't go to the Windows we have is Windows 10 with this old workstation notebook. doesn't do Windows 10, so I had to go down and dig out a one of 3 towers of XP and do it that way. Oh, Sandy, definitely go call. Love you too. Go call and get it done with so you don't have to worry about it. Um, so I had to go start up the dinosaur. It's the mouse is so old that the rubber on the spinny wheel is starting to break down. So it's gross feeling. It's sticky, but I can't, it's not taking a plug-in mouse, wireless mouse. I have to have one that plugs into the back. So and then after this I gotta go plug the Ethernet in because it's not Wi-Fi. It's that old. It's a good old Dell, and I'm gonna have fun showing the daycare kid, the 8-year-old. Okay, watch me click this button and see how long it takes for it to come up. This is what we used to have to deal with, and this is why we would constantly walk away. Um, but I gotta find that address and see if I can download it into the computer. And yeah, it's gross. It's just weird. It's like you're trying to, I'm afraid if I pick at it too much, I'll end up with the inside the mouse, and I need to hit it with a Q-tip and some alcohol to clean it. I didn't think about it. I probably should have just doused it with alcohol, uh, that old toothbrush, and set it out in the sun to dry, and then use it. But gosh, I forgot what it was like to work on an old Windows XP. Remember the days of AOL? You clicked connect. You listen to that lovely sound that is now embedded in my brain for the rest of my life. Go make a pot of coffee, drink half the pot of coffee, and then come back, and it's maybe starting to log you into AOL. I mean, it's good old days of early internet. I remember the days when you had the it's like a phone. Um, it's like a phone cradle for your headset for your telephone. You hit it into that to log in. I have a Windows 7 laptop that's a nice paperweight. It works, but it's a nice paperweight. It won't run Minecraft anymore. Pretty much after Notch sold it, it won't run it. So I have no use for it, and I can't run Minecraft on the MacBook here because it overheats the MacBook. So it's like, so that's why I have the Windows 10 for Minecraft, and even then it starts to get warm. So I've got the family XP downstairs that's still running. I need to go through and just hit like JPEG, type that into the search bar, .jpeg in the search bar, let it run, let it find everything, and then I will take it and download it to an external book, and then maybe eventually clean out the little tiny icon pictures that just take up space. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm like looking for family photos from when the kids were younger. Part of me is afraid of what else I'm going to pick up when I download all JPEGs, because yeah, my oldest, yeah, they discovered things that they should, well, to put it lightly, kids shouldn't be looking at. Even after they were 18, so and so's like, going to this website, go to this website. And I'm like, oh, no, no, not on my computer. No, we don't. So, hey, crossover, how are you? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you got it done. Yeah. I have to tell hubby to pick up mine on the way home from Fred Meyer's, and carrots and celery because I'm out. Hey, Brett, how are you? Um, because I went to look at the celery last night because I had pre-cut a week ago and it didn't look good. So I need fresh celery, and I don't want to leave the house, and I don't. I'd much rather have him spend $5 than me trying to fill an order for $45 to have it delivered. So yeah, it's a good thing my meds are ready because I'm gonna go. While you're there, can you please pick up some carrots and celery for your lunch? So, oh, he fell asleep. There. I don't know how to do this from here. Yeah, but it's all right. He's been working odd hours. He definitely needs to get his sleep. I can put the brightness up so I can see my phone again. Uh, and there we go. I think I got that right. Um, yeah. I fell asleep. I slept 10, 10 hours, but it was so fitful. This thing didn't pick up a pulse most of the time. It just says I slept. It didn't say if it was REM sleep, deep sleep, whatever. It just said I slept. So you're welcome. Um, so yeah, just take it one day at a time, Brett. Yeah, it is tough. I don't miss my mother, but I do miss my dad. I had enough of my mother up to my eyeballs before she died. Even to the point my cousin apologized. She says, I didn't realize she was this bad. I said, oh, she's an asshole. Yeah. I mean, to the point where my mother would try to run her over with her walker. Her own niece tried to run her over with her walker. So, yep. And, um, what was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna show you some pictures. I don't know if you guys hear the all you have heard, and you're gonna hear. Yes, one's in love. That's perfect. If I can get this to my nails to do what it's supposed to. There we go. The warehouse. Where did I put them? I'm gonna show you how they sit there. Does it show both of them? What did I click? A reminder to move. 181 more steps. Yeah, that's not the one I was looking for. There we go. So these guys are lined up behind the house. You can tell I have a cat and all my little fingernail. Those aren't bugs on my thing. They're little nail things to see what color and how they're going to look in the sunlight before I paint 10 of them. But yeah, they line up. There's extra bins in the back. They're lining up to take the apples. Did I get? No, I didn't get it. Shit. Up to the warehouse that's behind me, which is a bunch of CA units. I think there's 4 on this side. I think 4 on the other side. And then there's another row behind that. That wasn't here when I moved here. No, that was. Make sure I'm showing. I gotta go back to Chrome. Make sure I'm showing the right one. Yeah, that wasn't here when we moved in. That was all just empty lot, and it was nice, and I could see the sky, and I could watch thunderstorms. And as the Apple industry kept getting bigger and bigger, so did the need for storage. So, yeah, all my little crystals in the windows. I need to get some. I have some bigger ones for this one because I'm afraid to put little ones into this window because the cat would probably bat at them. But Brett, as for my treatment, that's not. I'm waiting for the blasted hoops to jump. Like I said, the heart monitor, I've already mailed that off. I'm waiting for the cardiac center to send in the referral to insurance to get it approved, and uh, then them call me and schedule me. My my oncology appointment is the 9th next week. I called surgical center in that same hospital where I want to go. They don't have the referral from uh the nurse practitioners who said she sent it. I'm pretty sure that referral got lost in the mix with the one for oncology. And so I called my doctor's office Friday morning to just have them see if they can put the referral in, and they can. They have all the paperwork. I haven't heard back whether she's got it done yet or not. The referral to Swedish Surgical, it's just round and round and round with the bureaucrats. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I mean, because I like to have everything pre-planned out and what I can do and when I can save my energy, and it's not happening right now. So I have to just kind of wind myself down and not beat my head against the wall because I'm not getting what I want to right now. Hey Sandy, how are you? So, yeah, that's where I stand. It's right now I'm just waiting on referrals. Swedish is pretty good. It's just getting them to in uh oh good. Tell Luna hi back. And I got a kick out of Mick Jagger. He's so adorable. Um I always catch her short. Uh so it's one or the other. It's either gonna be I've got to turn my Wi-Fi off on this. I'd like to have it all done by the end of the year. I told the guy at the cardiac center, ideally I'm from the east side, would like to get in to have this echo done before the snow flies. So that might help some. I don't know. I just gotta not be so frustrated. I don't know. I don't know what they're called. That's a good question, and now I will recognize that word. But that was one of my options, and I'm really gonna push that option to have that done instead of pills for the rest of my life, because obviously by the looks of my Fitbit, the pills weren't working at all last night. So, I mean, uh, we did learn yesterday the nice little adventure with losing. Well, we didn't lose it. I think the regulator went to shit in the window because you got the window. We got the window up and pretty much duct taped in place so it wouldn't be so blasted cold. But you go to stop, and whatever it is that went in the bottom of the door just goes, just moves. You can hear it. It's like, oh shit. So you got to figure out how to take the door off and then take that little plastic film off and then actually get into there where the window is. Oh, naps are so good. Yeah. I'm not going to get one today, but oh, that's awesome, Brett. That is awesome. That's cool. I fought with my banner all day long, trying to get it just the right size, and there's things that are supposed to shrink it down to where no, it was a pain in the butt. But I have a hard time seeing, so that it's like my good glasses that I like to wear here are in the expedition on the dash. So I can't see too terribly well, but it's another reason I don't spend a lot of time on social media because I can't see. That's why I use a lot of little emojis because I already know what those are without my glasses. Let me see if I can find if I can. No. Uh, no, somehow, where did it go? Did I? close the wrong ones? I think so, maybe. I think I did. Got some pictures from up there. As luckily the geocache was not in the burn area. Come on. Was not in the burn area. But it was close to it. I'm really surprised. They only get 4 I thought I had 5. Oh well. All right, spinning wheel of death. Okay. Definitely not a professional at this. Anywhere close. This is looking out from the geocache. That if you look on the hillside, all those trees that are gone, they're just toast. Oh, cool. Everything that I want is usually too big. But yeah, all that's from the Schneider Spring fire. Over 100,000 acres burned. Not a single structure destroyed. And there are some places that it went through hot. It went through, it would go over and back, just depending on the wind. See if I can find the other one. Yeah. And this is back on the drive down. That's how much it got everything. Here, see if I can get me out of here. No, that's not. I want to do the whole. I don't need me in there. Just get. No. Okay. Oh, I can't fill it up. But yeah, all this is. It's just toast. It's gonna. They're gonna start falling pretty soon because it's been 2 years. Nothing's growing. Yeah, it happens quickly. We had a fire. Well, it's like I was here. We were here Friday, and one local started up, but then it was in grasses and everything, and it got put out in about, excuse me, a little over an hour. It was done. Someone got it out. So yeah. The cabin where we like to stay, which is still they haven't fixed that one beam. Was they had water going around that continually. Man, it's went by the cabin. The little one had to go potty, and she wanted to go see a river. So we went to where two rivers meet. But we were there, and I never found out exactly what happened. But there's the cabin, the river, 410. There's a big pullout where they'll put all the gravel and stuff. A helicopter, a life flight helicopter landed there. So we were pulling in just so I could take her to the bathroom because no one's going to be using the outhouse because nobody's staying there right now. And she wouldn't go to the bathroom because she was too interested in the helicopter taking off. So, yeah. I didn't want to go any farther. I took her here to throw rocks into this. She could throw rocks into that little pool. But this one over here to the right and this one over here to your left. The left is the American River. The right is the Bumping River. And that's where they just converge into the Bumping River. It was really, the sky was really pretty. Everything was really pretty. It's pretty cold too. I thought, nah, it's supposed to be 78 degrees here. It was 60 some, and I wore shorts in the wind. I can't click on that to show you guys the next one. And that's just looking out over all the different types of trees we have out here. So, but I want to go back up next weekend if the weather's good to go look for that geocache. I was close. We had to go by memory and the type of terrain. We had the type of terrain down perfect. It's just about 500 miles around a corner. I mean, 500 meters around a corner. So yeah, it was really nice outside. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh well, a good chunk of them got away and ended up around here. Bears, cougars, coyotes, deer. Yeah, they all start heading away from the fire. So even with this last one we had this summer, we had cougars down miles closer to town than me. They follow the river. They all go down and follow the rivers, so they do pretty good. But yeah, we're back there showing my youngest that the campsites and how you rent them and where you rent them and how much they are, and you got your own actual somewhat of a bathroom. Those all honey pots and garbage and stuff. So as he wants to, uh, would like to get the stepkids out a little more away from the devices. And Kira's already the youngest. My granddaughter's immediate. As soon as she gets here, it's immediate. I want to go to the mountains. Oh, honey, not today. We have things to do. But I want to go to the mountains. No. So yeah, it's really pretty. I love being out there. And I told a friend of mine, I said, anytime, we can go whenever. She's out of vacation time, so but her and a neighbor lady went for a walk in a place that um had the local burn that went through here. She thought it was really neat, and I don't know if you're supposed to be back there yet, but we also found out she's nervous on cable bridges. And well, all the bridges survived that fire, which is amazing. The cable bridge I can understand, it's metal. There's a wooden bridge down below that I was surprised was still there. But I said, well, we can see if we can get her across that cable bridge because it's no big deal. I mean, the water's not that deep; it's just cold. Um, and show her that Washington State has cacti with the spikes. We have, yeah. I didn't know we had those until maybe 15 years ago when we were out geocaching, and uh, there was. I'm like going, wait. We're not supposed to have cactus in Washington. We're not down in the Southwest, but do we have cactus up here? High desert has cactus. So got to show the little one some deer on the side of the hill, and that girl can spot them out quickly. Once she knows what she's looking for, she found it. There's just two of them. They're just kind of looking at us like, it's not that time of year yet. We're not afraid of you. They just stared at us. So, but hunting season's coming up. I think the middle of October. I think. I don't know. He hasn't hunted in a long time, and even if he did, actually, I don't think if it was in his sights, he would have the guts to shoot it. He'd just probably watch it go bye bye. So. Hey, Maritza, how are you doing? Yeah. After this, I gotta put away the bedding, take that down, and I think I'm gonna have to lower it because I have it to the ceiling, so it can poof out a little bit more, so she can't get tangled in her sleep. And then I'm gonna order some those fairy lights for curtains. They're just like basically the strings. Wrap them around the top and around the outside, and then turn these off, the fairy lights off when she goes to bed here. And she can just have that lighting up her little area. And she was just in heaven. Let's see if I can find it. what do you call it? Where's she at? I have Snapfish. You can get deals on stuff. And so, I had a photo blanket made. So she's sleeping under a photo blanket of Mount Rainier from High Rock Lookout. And then, of course, my 18-pound torties at the bottom. But she just loved the fact that she could sleep in the mountain blanket. Mhm. Yeah. So, yes, I have Crafty. And actually, what I've done is I got the vines myself. Like, I found a bunch on clearance at uh, Hobby Lobby. And then I just wrapped uh, lights that I got from Amazon around it and then hung them up that way. Because after a while, um, they start to dim. So you can just unwind them, use the same greenery, wind some fresh ones on there, and hang them back up. My hallway is that way because I have the old arches. Since this house was built in the 30s, it's got archways, so I've got the vines and the lights all around. And then, of course, lights hanging around my living room too, just so that it's easier on my eyeballs because I don't do bright lights. Um, I've even got them, and I've uh, vines. I have the old 3 candle lamps. I don't know if anybody remembers those. I have 4 of them. Uh, Antique. One of them works. Uh, some relative. No, that's not it either. No, still not anything like what I have. I'm looking on uh, Mogal. Okay, there we go. Good Lord. Okay, I'll show a picture, except it's not quite like this. 2 of mine have a uh, marble base. Those things are heavy. Good God, they're heavy. But one of them I have green. Come on, show us green. Have is this the one I'm looking for? Are you kidding me? That's damn near exactly what I got. Um, with the marble base, but I have greenery and lights up it, so it's kind of I got the lights, the greenery in through the milk glass on top, and then I need one more milk glass, and right now the one that doesn't have a milk glass, I have a bad habit of using it as a hat hook. So yeah, I've got hats hanging from it. Then I've got one that's taken apart outside that I was trying to clean up, and yeah, more stuff I really don't need. So, but it's really cool because I got 2 3 candle lamps on each side of the fireplace. And in the wintertime for Christmas, I put in a small like luncheon plate, a Corel luncheon plate, because it fits perfect in that glass because it's a mogul base. And then I have mini Christmas trees. One's gold and one's silver. I set in there so they're coming out of that white lamp. That way the kids can't touch it, the cats can't get a hold of it. It's just they're fine right up there. But wow, good lord, for those things that I just yeah. Um, I love our little group here. We look after each other. Hey, Neek. That's okay. That's okay. Not a whole lot of exciting going on. We're discussing three candle lamps. Um, uh, uh, I'll just stop. Yeah. Victoria. Evidently, it's Victorian age. I grew up with them, so I didn't consider them Victorian, but my aunt had them. Then she would hang. I don't know if y'all remember the lifesaver Christmas little doll kind of things with uh pipe cleaners. The body was some lifesavers and like the arms and stuff were pipe cleaners. And I remember one hanging from that, I think her son made in school for years and years and years. But we're also talking fairy lights. Um the granddaughter loved her butterfly wings. I had to teach her that you can pretend to fly, but you cannot really fly. So she got to run around. She could feel them flap. They're supposed to be for adults, but she can feel them move. So she thinks they're flapping. Her wings are flapping. But uh, Timu has dragon wings. Might get a pair of those for this, just for the fun of it. I have to write this down, or I will forget to get this weekend. That is not the pin I need. New filament, or I will forget. I gotta put it on my Friday shopping list. I need new black filament, and I gotta, and maybe, Crafty, you can answer me this: does super glue work on something that's the been 3D printed? Where's Friday? I wrote it down. Uh, because my Raven broke. It fell uh, um, off the air cleaner. I had it hiding the little blinking light because I didn't have the time one time when it started blinking that I needed to clean the side filter. So I just put it on top of it. And then when I went to go clean the side filter, I knocked it off into the floor and it broke. Okay. I do have hot glue. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sandy didn't say nothing wrong, sweetheart, at all. Uh-uh. Oh, cool, Nick. That's awesome. I think our filament is so old that it doesn't stick to the table. I even bought a glass top, still not sticking it. So, no, honey, Sandy, you did not say anything wrong at all. Oh, I love antiques too much. I will I've got 3 sets of boudoir lamps that I need to re uh rewire, get those going. Um, yeah. Uh, they're sitting here. I think I've done one. Um, my coffee table and my end tables are made in the 1950s. I would love to. I gotta figure out. It's gonna cost me probably about $200 to get a glass top for the coffee table, and then a nice finished glass top for the tops of the end tables because they're 2 layers. The top layer is only about yay big, and then of course the bottom's the length of your couch, so you can put your lamp here and your other knickknacks or whatever, coffee cups, pops, milk glasses, that kind of stuff on the second level. So yeah, yeah. Honey, we are all weirdos here. And that is why I called this the menagerie. Mhm. Yep. We're all weirdos here. Weirdos are welcome. Unless you're one of those weirdos who likes to touch little children, then you can just exit your ass out of here really, really quickly. So, yeah, I had a pin in school, and it said, I wore it in high school. It said, "Why be normal?" That was pretty much my motto, and I stuck with it. Yep. I had a remember the old members jackets we had in school? Um, those they were like little poof balls with eyeballs and little felt feet, and then these little tiny, tiny little and itty bitty little antennas that would stick out of them. And the feet, you peeled off the sticky so the feet could stick. You could probably stick it in your car dash or whatever. No, I stuck it on my shoulder of my jacket. Hmm. Yep. It's a little red guy for a long time. Sat on my jacket. No. You're welcome, honey. We love you too. Um, and that's just what I wore to school. I think my eighth grade year, I spent eighth or ninth grade year. I spent most of my time in a steel blue fedora. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, those little guys. I don't know what they were. I'll have to find them. Um, and then Bradley made some snide comment about all the residue that was left when he finally fell off, and I was just like, "Really? In school?" But mm, God, what did I forget? Thinking of snide comments. Oh man, that guy made over $1 million and then he lost it. Jiminy Christmas. Speaking of being a millionaire, that gal, and I don't know how she got it, whether it's suing people or using her stuff, but how to do it politely. Uh, the Hawk 2 girl. Um, oh, I've got my son's black fedora in the cupboard full of dust. I'm a very unique soul, Brett. I am a very unique soul. But she's a millionaire now. Yeah, she's a millionaire. I don't know. I think she's a lawyer too. I was like, wow, what social media can do to people. You know, and hopefully she manages it correctly. Not a problem. That's what my cousin did. He won, I forget how many, it was like the $32 million lottery in California, God knows how many years ago, and yeah, he had investors and he managed it nicely. He got a new house, gave his parents his house, and then proceeded to buy his siblings every year their own house. So yeah, that would be quite the different lawyer. Hmm. Hmm. Especially when someone realizes that's your lawyer. That's all they're gonna think about. Uh, yep, whatever gets you famous, or whatever says, whatever puts food on your table. So my son was telling me, speaking of things that you really don't say out loud or whatever. I don't know if anybody ever watched uh MXC, Most Extreme Challenge, with I think they were Japanese or Chinese. I think they were Japanese. It was like a Japanese extreme challenge show, except they dubbed it in English. I guess they're gonna redo it, and Amazon Prime has thank you, Sandy. Um, has I think all 3 seasons, and I caught a little bit of it on YouTube the other day, and one of the comments, this guy got one of the things they sprayed at him and stuff, and they made a comment of, so and so got a full load of whoever it was, this guy in a costume dressed up. He goes, he didn't know whether to scream or smile. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, the kids watched this show when they were young teenagers. I'm like, "Oh my god." Yeah, we didn't ever win the, Parent of the Year award. We never did. No, nope. Not when you take them to Team America World Police. Yeah, they still remind me of that, and somewhere on Photo Bucket, I have a little mini GIF of the one guy in Team America, uh, flailing his arms, and he's got a turban on. I remember using that in message boards years ago. I mean, but yeah. So after this, I gotta unhook this, go to the dining room, plug it into the old XP, and go download so we can see if we can download that Garmin, see if it still works. I'm telling him, I said, he goes, well, we can, you can trade it in, get a different one. And I'm like going, can we still trade these in? That was post COVID or pre COVID. I don't know if they'll do that now. I said, besides, you can go buy this on eBay for 35 bucks. So, yeah, it'd be nice to update it just to have it as a backup for, well, no, that doesn't work either. I was going to say if, shit hits the fan, which it's going to, but, oh, I know. Sometimes it's understandable and sometimes it's just people who bitch and moan because they want the attention. Got a bunch of little narcissists now. But I was gonna say if shit hits the fan, we may have it for a while. But if we have we have a solar storm, GPS will be useless. We'll just have a nice paperweight. But yeah, I mean, it cracks me up is you started out with these little ones that needed their comfort space and their safe spaces. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You were the generation that grew up on Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy, South Park, The Simpsons, and now you have problems? Mine don't have any problems. I also wasn't a boomer raising the millennial. Well, I was Gen X raising them free range like I was raised. Out the door, gates are locked on we had a huge yard when they were little, 6-foot cyclone fence. Padlocked the gates, shoved them out the back door, and locked the back door. I said, "Come back in about 2 hours." They had a hose. They had, you know, house water outside, just the hose. No different than we had. They don't get sick very often either. But they grew up on all of that, and oh God, never forget coming around the corner because their friend said, they needed to watch Detroit Rock City. And I'm like, well, that's cool. I like Kiss. Uh, I come around the door, I come down the hallway and into the living room to face the TV, and there's Gene Simmons got two topless girls on each side of him, and I'm like going, oh my God. My great. Kid's gonna go home and tell his mom, we watched Detroit Rock City at Nathan's house, you know? Yeah. That sucks. I'm so blunt and just whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. It's like a friend of mine, dear sweet friend, college. This was in '85. I'm making a Hawaiian pizza, and she goes, "I can't have any." So me being me, looked at her and I said, "What are you, Jewish?" And she laughed and she goes, "No, I'm Muslim." I said, "Oh, okay, that's fine." I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing for them either. So yeah, yeah, I learned something new that day. So oh yeah, I said my youngest was born in '91. My oldest was born in '88. I mean, oh, my 33-year-old, or no, 35-year-old He can be polite, but his biggest strive in life is be an asshole. I mean, he works for the city as IT, so kid's got enough tattoos. He looks like he should be working for drug enforcement. Um, he I remember one day I'm like, "You son of a bitch," and he looks at me and goes, "Mom, you just called yourself a bitch." I said, "I know, and I earned it." So yeah. Um, what didn't help with those two growing up is we had DirecTV satellite. We're on the West Coast. We get Eastern feeds. So Adult Swim started at 6 o'clock instead of 9. So they're sitting there watching Adult Swim, Robot Chicken and Space Ghost Coast to Coast and all that stuff. Yeah, my 32-year-old, he's very polite to a point. Pretty soon it's after a while he'll just look at that person and go, "Good luck with that." Yeah, no, it's not my thing. Have fun. So, oh God, I still tell them what we're doing the other day. Uh, Andrew Dice Clay's nursery rhymes. We were rambling those off because my oldest at 3 years old was rambling them off at Costco. As, as a young mother, I didn't know how fast they picked up on stuff they heard on TV. Yeah. Hickory dickory dock. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go through that because A, I'd probably get a copyright strike, and B, you have a whole bunch of old ladies going, "Oh my God, what did she say?" It's in a, oh, and I love the, I always remind, oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, but you're also still hip to what's going on. That's what I kind of like about the daycare kids. I'll still be hip to what's going on with the younger generation. Um, uh, Bugs Bunny was originally not meant for children. Uh, Good God, that's the year after I got out of high school. I graduated in '84. Um, they were the reels before the newsreels, and so uh, I was, I thought it was great. I loved Andrew Dice Clay. Me and another kid I worked with, well, we were both kids at that time. We're the same age. But I was McDaniels and he was McEdward. So we just called ourselves the Mix. And we'd both be rambling off Andrew Dice Clay while we were working. So yeah, nothing offends me. I will, I look at it this way. We have free speech. You have the right to say it. I don't have to like it. Best part is I don't have to listen to it. But I will fight for your right to say it. You know, I this does. I mean, I've watched some stuff scroll by, going, "Wow, there's a lot of people who feel about stuff a certain way about stuff," and that's the thing. I keep scrolling by. I don't go complain to an admin. You know, it's just. But yeah, I'm amazed at some of the stuff that people do not like, and I'm like, it's just a kind of a. I always tuck it in the back of my head. That's a side note. It's still not about me. So what is it? Okay, not my circus, not my monkey's attitude. You want to do it? You want to do it? Knock yourself out. Don't If it don't work, don't complain to me. Because I don't care. That's how I look at it. And don't ask me for an opinion because you're gonna get a very, very blunt one. I don't like. It's like I finally told a friend of mine. She was about marrying so and so, they're now divorced. They got married right out after high school, and I'd finally told her. I said, "I know why you married him because you were worried you weren't gonna find anybody else." She says, "Yeah." I said, "And then you purposely sent him off to Turkey." because the thing is, they can't. I mean, yeah, you can get canceled on social media, but is it really, if you're not making any money off of it, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Oh, Patriot Supply. Um, yeah, it's like, and I'm one of the people that we had one of my classmates tell me, uh, I forget what it was. It was something about being Republican, and if you're a Trump supporter, you need to be scarce. And yep, it's always best to be straight with people. And I wrote type. He was my classmate from a year younger. I said, you know what? I said, I'm the people you fear the most. We have our beliefs, and we have nothing to lose. You cannot intimidate us. You cannot tell us what to do. I said, what am I going to lose? My opportunity to stand there and wash my own dishes? He blocked me on Facebook because he knew I was right. You know, he knew I was right, and then was so yeah. Nothing stops me. Like I said, I lost a YouTube channel because think I'm one thing, which I'm not, but I actually like reading the news, so I'm on Rumble. I think I've made like maybe $1, but somewhere here I have a thing from We Are Changed. I survived one of the multi-billion-dollar mind control that they tried to do. I forget how it goes, but it's a plaque with the gold seal, Luke Radowski's signature at the bottom for still being a pureblood. I never even had a PCR test. So, yeah, I looked at that going, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Nope, 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 nope. Not happening to me. So, and I still end up with cancer. Yes, Patriot Supply. Oh my God, if I don't answer, my phone keeps beeping at me. So, order your Grid Doctor 3300 and get $1,000 in free supplies. Goody, just what I need. I like their seeds though. Shit, I have to remember. There's a seed company, and I never did get to order it, but they have heirloom seeds, and they're getting a new storefront, and they sell out every time. Because every time I look, the only thing they had available last time I looked was eggplant. I don't need eggplant. It smells funny. I don't know if it tastes like it smells, but you ever pick up an eggplant? Mm-mm. I gotta remember where it was, but I know I've seen that episode. Oh, well, I better go, guys. I love you all. Hubby's calling. I will catch you on the flip side. Yep. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.